Hi, I'm Niall Heaney from Gulfstream Boat Sales. Today I want to show you around this Beneteau Antares 6.80. This is a 2012 boat. It's fitted with a Yamaha 115 horsepower 4-stroke outboard engine. It's only got 102 hours on the clock. It's had one previous owner and it's in beautiful condition throughout. These are a really popular boat in this part of the world here in the UK and Ireland because they've got a fixed hardtop, sliding glass doors. They're capable of a bit of coastal and offshore use. This one's rated to carry 7 passengers. It'll sleep 4 in its wheelhouse, and it's got a great spec with Lowrance chart plotter, chemical toilet, small galley, self-bailing decks and everything. So they're a really popular boat. I want to walk you around this one now to show you the condition that it's in, show you all the features on board, and hopefully demonstrate to you why these things are so popular and give you a better idea of whether it might be the right boat for you. So the Antares 680 is 6.5 meters long, so it's around about 21 foot 4 inches long. It has a beam of 8 foot 4 inches, and it's a nice, compact, usable size. So it would make a great first boat, or if you're upgrading from either something a little bit older or even a smaller sports boat or sports cuddy. A lot of people are looking to go for the hardtop models nowadays with the sliding doors, just because of the protection that they offer from the elements. You don't have to faff around with covers or anything either. And they also have the benefit of an outboard engine, which tends to be a lot more reliable going forward, a lot easier and cheaper to maintain as well than an inboard model. So they are super popular. So we were delighted to get this one in. As I said, it's only had one previous owner. It's only got 102 hours on the clock, and we are selling it with a warranty as well. So there'll be a 3-month warranty on that engine to commence on launch date in spring 2022. But taking a walk around this boat, down along the port side, it looks to be in beautiful condition. We've got a nice aluminium rub rail with a white PVC insert, high stainless steel guardrails around the bow, nice stainless steel anchor roller. We will take a look up on the foredeck whenever we get on board. We've got chunky stainless steel cleats on this boat, fore and aft as well. This one has the more modern red hull color stripe. Not everybody likes that. It is possible to change it to a navy stripe or something if you prefer, but the more modern ones do have that red stripe. It's anti-foiled. We've given it a fresh coat of anti-fouling paint, so the whole bottom's all in good condition. Anti-foiled in international Trilux black paint, and this boat, it's just, if you can see down here, it has like a little pronounced keel on it as well, so that really helps with sea keeping. Makes her stability in a straight line better than it would otherwise be, and it also gives it a wee bit of windage or resistance in the marina, so it doesn't blow around just as easily as it might otherwise. So nice hull shape on this boat, and it is category C rated, so it's suitable for coastal use. Walking down along the port side, everything's in really good condition. There's a few wee scuffs and scrapes if you look really hard at it, but you know, a couple of wee minor scuffs, but you really have to be up close and looking very, very hard to see those. Beneteau badge is in great condition. The wheelhouse and the surrounds and the window all look really good. With the 680 badge back here. We have this little eyelet in the rail that works as a midships cleat, so you can tie your spring lines to that. And then we've got a concealed cleat inside the cockpit with a fair lead to take your dock line out through. But down along that port side, the boat's in beautiful condition. The stern corners are unmarked. We've got our deck drains here, obviously self-bailing decks. So any water finds its way into the boat will bail overboard. There's a deck drain on either side. We've got these D-rings as well that you could use for attaching a water sports bridle or something if you wanted to use the boat for a wee bit of water sports with the kids. And then we've got a big locker, a wet locker there on the transom that you can use as like a live well or just an ice box or something like that. So the port side of the boat is in beautiful condition. The starboard side then is also in very nice shape. Gel coat looks good above and below the rail. Again, the bow rails are all in perfect condition down along this side. You get your Beneteau badge up on the deck. There's a really nice, it's like a grey, sort of dark grey colour on these A-pillars on the windscreens, and also the rear pillars as well, where you've got your Beneteau Seahorse badges back there. Graphics on this side are also in pretty good condition. A little bit of flaking on this one here, but it's not too bad. 680 badge Rub rails in perfect shape all the way down there. Nav lights on the side of the wheelhouse. Coming all the way back to the stern corner on the starboard side, again, it's unmarked, no impact damage on the rub rail. Everything looks really good there. We've got this really deep folding stainless steel boarding ladder here. 4-step ladder, extends really deep into the water, so it's very easy to get in and out of the water if you're swimming off the back of the boat, or as I mentioned, if you're doing a wee bit of water sports with the kids. Now, it's not a water sports boat by any stretch of the imagination, but there's enough power on tap to pull the kids on a set of skis or pull a rubber ring or something. This engine is the Yamaha 115 horsepower, so it's the maximum rated horsepower for the hull. That's the biggest engine you could put on one of these Antares 680. So that is my advice whenever you're buying a boat, is if you can buy the maximum rated horsepower for the hull, you're never going to be disappointed. You know, you're always better having a wee bit of power in reserve. This engine is the Yamaha 4-stroke EFI fuel injected, legendary reliability, very good reputation, Yamaha's, and they give very little trouble. We are selling this one with a warranty, so we're going to give a 3-month warranty on it to start at the beginning of the 2022 season, so you can buy with complete peace of mind. We're also going to service the engine. It hasn't been done yet. We wanted to just get the boat advertised, but before it leaves, it will be getting a full service. We'll be doing everything, you know, the impeller, the thermostats, oil and filters, spark plugs, the whole shooting match. So it'll be fully serviced, and we're standing over it with that warranty. Skeg and everything is in good condition. The prop's in good nick as well. I mean, it's only run for 102 hours, this engine, so it's done virtually nothing. It's barely broke in. Anodes are in good shape. We can, there are zinc anodes on it at the moment, but if it's going to fresh water, we can change those to magnesium. Splash well in there. Everything's in nice condition. There is a few wee scuffs and scrapes again on the engine, and we've touched them in. But you sort of have to be looking close to see them, but if you are looking up close, there is a few wee scuffs and scrapes. It's not a new boat, obviously. And the purpose of these videos is to try and show you the boat, warts and all, so that if you are traveling to come and see it, you know exactly what to expect. You're not going to be disappointed. So, but yeah, great to have that 115 horsepower on the back of it. And as I said, super low hours. As you come up the swim ladder, we do have a little molded non-skid swim platform here. The locker lid on the port side is also molded non-skid, so you can stand on that too. So you have a nice little swim platform area at the back. We've got our fuel fill point here on this one. So again, you can set a jerry can there and use one of those little siphon pumps to fill it pretty easily without spilling any fuel inside the cockpit if you do get a wee drop here or there. This section, this center section of the transom folds forward, so you can fold that forward flat. You can take the cushions off, put them inside, fold that flat, and that allows you to tilt the engine fully up to keep the engine out of the water whenever the boat is not in use, which again is very good, and that contributes to the longevity of your outboard, the fact it's not being left in salt water. We then have this little sort of scoop out of the transom with another wee molded section, non-skid, so that's your little step through into the cockpit, and the cockpit is the full width of the boat, so it maximizes, makes full use of that 8 foot 4 inches beam, and you've got a pile of room in there for fishing from, for lounging around, for storing gear, for sitting and having a picnic or whatever. Great protection then from the wheelhouse with that triple section folding or sliding door, and good walk around side deck access up both sides of the wheelhouse out on the foredeck. So let's hop in now and walk through each area in detail. So we have a nice centrally located rear bench seat in the cockpit. That'll easily accommodate two adults, maybe 3 kids. You've got the seat base and the seat backrest. These are obviously removable. It's all molded non-skid underneath, so whenever you're not using the boat, they can be kept inside, out of the elements. And then this boat just has a nice open deck. It was an option to get a little wraparound seat here as well, or a little cockpit table. Now the cockpit table would be a very easy thing for us to retrofit if you wanted that. The wraparound seats, they'd have to be ordered from Beneteau, but you can get them. But this one is nice and clear, so that it's ideal if you're fishing or if you're carrying a lot of gear in the boat. You've got maximizes the available deck space. We have a few bits and pieces to point out around the cockpit. This is our manual bilge pump, a whale bilge pump with the handle stored there, all present and correct. We've got our deck scuppers in the corners here, where obviously your decks bail overboard. We got our builder's plate here. We've got these concealed big chunky stainless steel cleats, and you run your dock lines in through these fair leads. They're stainless steel, so they're going to protect these little gunnel inserts as well. Gunnel inserts are in nice condition on both sides. Again, you've got your big deck drain down there. Cleats are nice and solid and secure. You get these little molded in steps then on both the port and starboard side for giving you access up onto the side decks. And then we have a nice bit of storage and maintenance access underneath the floor here. So let's open this up. This is also where your battery isolator switch is located. So you can clip this open, this little stay here. Again, this is one thing about this boat, all the wee clips and catches and things are all working perfectly. Again, that's the sign of a low hours boat that hasn't been abused. So this turns your battery isolator switch on there. We've got an integrated fuel tank that's I think it's 130 litre fuel tank. So it gives the boat a decent bit of range. You get a fuel pre-filter down here, a little primer bulb for priming it up as well whenever you change the filter. And you've got a bit of storage in here, plus your battery box lives in there. So everything's nice and easy to get to. Nice and clean and tidy behind the scenes there as well. And it's means that your isolator switch, I don't know about you, but a lot of times on these boats with sliding patio doors, I always seem to have the door locked before I remember to turn off the isolator. So this boat is one where the isolator's outside, so you'll not have that problem. So let's head forward and show you the foredeck. First of all, these huge chunky handrails, again on both port and starboard side. So either if you're standing back here when the boat's underway, you can hang on to them, or if you're making your way forward, they're perfectly placed to climb up. These little seahorse badges are in great condition. We've got stainless steel guardrails along the roof as well on both sides, so you can easily hang on to those for making your way forward. Anchor light up here that you can fold down, VHF antenna as well, and this sliding sunroof section. We've got that open at the minute. So coming up here, plenty of room to walk easily forward. Everything is all molded non-skid. The full foredeck is molded non-skid. That's an opening deck hatch into the forward cabin. This is a huge anchor locker here. Again, you have a wee clip to clip it open if you're working with the anchor up here whenever you're on the water, so that doesn't fall closed. You can just clip it off. And then this boat comes complete with, I think it's an 8 kilogram sand anchor, chain and line there as well. And your stainless steel roller. So very convenient access. You've also room to store a few fenders in there too. But easy access to the anchor. It means if you are dropping the anchor to do a bit of fishing or have a picnic or something, very easy to do that. Chunky cleats up here. Windscreen's all in great condition. You've got your windscreen wipers, port and starboard side. The roof, again, also in very good order. No damage or scratches or anything on that. And you've got your sliding side windows there as well. And the side deck on this side is the same width as it is on the starboard side. So pretty easy to move. Actually, it is a bit narrower, sorry. It is offset. I think that's the first time I've gone down that side. That is narrower, so that's maybe, I don't know, there's maybe 7 or 8 inches there. On this side here, you've probably got 10 or 12 inches. So this is the side you'll probably walk up and down. So there we go, easy to make your way all the way around the boat. And then access into the cabin is through this sliding door. So lockable sliding door in 3 sections, aluminium frame, and it's running beautifully there on the runners. So whenever you do have that opened, it's got a huge big wide opening, really brings the outside in, and vice versa. So just before we take a proper look in here, I want to show you the berth made up. So I had this drop down for some photographs there just before we started the video. So this is a full size sort of double bed. It's I can stretch out in it. I think it's about, there's probably, I'm 5'10" and have a wee bit of room to spare. So probably up to maybe 6 foot long. And this boat obviously comes complete with all the curtains. So there's a full set of curtains here on the side windows, on the rear doors. There's also curtains for the forward screen and for the deck hatch too, so you can make the boat quite dark at night time, so you can get a good bit of privacy. So you've got a double bed here, and then you can convert the forward V-berth area into another double, so you can sleep 4 people on board. Now it's going to be fairly cozy. you're not going to want to go away for a week or anything, but certainly a couple of nights on board, or if it's just a couple, you could easily do maybe a wee bit of a longer stay. But I mean, a lot of people buy these boats and they're not 100% sure if they're going to stay on board that terribly much, or they're just going to do a lot of day boating. So the beauty of a boat of this size, it means you can sort of sample that cruising lifestyle. You can do a lot of day boating with it, but you can spend the odd overnight on board. And if you find that you're spending lots of nights on the water, then it's an easy size to move on from as well. You know, there's always a strong market for this type of boat. You'll be able to trade it in or sell it on pretty quickly, and trade up or down depending on what you want to do. But you can sort of try it all with a boat like this. So let's make the bed, or we'll convert this back into the table and continue. The 2 minutes has the table set up again, and you get seating access for 4 around the huge table. It's a very big table actually, fiddled edges on it. You got this nice upholstery, nice upholstered side panels on it as well. You've got some storage down in here, nice storage bin along the port side. If I'm sitting here in this seat, a few people have commented that you don't have a forward facing seat up here, which is a fair point. But if I'm sitting here, this is my eye line, so you can still see clearly out over the bow. You've got good visibility out through the side windows. You've also got good visibility out the back, and you can fit a couple of people here. So 2 people could easily sit here, and you're just across from the helmsman. So I don't think you'd really miss the forward facing seat up there. I know the more modern, the replacement for this was the Beneteau Antares 7. I think it has a wee wee flippable seat there, but the benefit of that one is you have storage underneath it up there, and you can still sit back here face forward, or you can sit there and face aft and have a conversation with the helmsman. But listen, it's not a huge boat. You've basically got seating here for 4 plus the helmsman, and then you get your room out the back as well. But the boat is rated for 7 passengers in total, and sleeping accommodation for 4. But the table's set at a nice height. As I said, it's very big, so 4 people will easily sit around this table for a meal. Just across then, we've got a nice compact galley, and this boat has the optional fridge as well, Waco 12-volt refrigerator. So you can tilt the helm seat forward, just pull that wee bolt out there. The helm seat tilts forward like that, so you get a nice wee countertop area. You get a little sink with a manual pump. There's a little fresh water tank that lives in here, so you just take that out, fill it with fresh water. I think it's probably 20 litres or 25 litres capacity, and then you can pump the water there. You've got room to set up like a little camping gas stove here if you like. We've got this nice Waco 12-volt refrigerator, and then you got some storage behind there as well. So again, perfect for a day or an overnight, a weekend on the water. A wee bit of storage. You can get a wee camping gas stove. Again, we can chuck that in. I think we've got ones kicking about there, so you can set a wee stove up there, a wee camping gas one. You could easily boil a kettle. And yeah, nice wee compact galley. Whenever you're underway then, fold the seat back down. It secures on a little bolt there to keep it solid. A wee bit of storage. A little storage pouch in the back of the seat. Oh, the upholstery and everything in this boat is immaculate. Obviously, with only 102 hours on the clock, it has done very little, but it's all the original upholstery, all in immaculate condition. We'll flip a bolster there at that seat, so you can stand at the helm station if you like, or you can fold the bolster down. And you've got this elevated footrest here, so you can, nice comfortable seating position. And we'll take a look around the helm here now. Sitting in the helm seat here, footrest is perfectly located for me. I'm looking straight through the middle of the windscreen. I've got great visibility all the way around the boat, and the helm seat is a good 6 inches higher than the dinette seat in there, so you're going to be looking over the tops of the heads of your passengers, which is a good thing. So uninterrupted visibility all the way around. You can also stand up here and stick your head out through the opening roof section as well if you wanted to. That easily just slides open and closed as well, so very handy just to either leave that open or closed, and it's running nicely on the runner as well. So yeah, nice helm station. I've also got this sliding side window. There's another one on the port side, so again, if it's a hot day, you want a bit of air flowing through the boat, open up the roof, open up the windows, you get a nice flow of air through here. or if you just want to slide it open to communicate with your crew as you're coming alongside, you can do that too. So let's take a look through the equipment on the helm here now. Nice wooden rimmed steering wheel with stainless spokes, all in nice condition. The steering's nice and light on this boat as well. Throttle and shift lever is conveniently located here. You got your little safety lanyard switch. Again, all the controls in this thing are all nice and smooth. We have a Lowrance Hook 4 GPS chart plotter and fish finder. So nice wee compact chart plotter and fish finder unit. We've got a Sony Bluetooth stereo. This is actually brand new. And you've got your speakers underneath. There's two speakers. It's one of these ones there. So there we go. Speakers are underneath the table. So you can hook that up to your phone to play your through the Bluetooth. And then if we key on, we've got our little Yamaha switch panel down here. So let's key on. It brings on your Yamaha engine instruments. So you get your digital speedo and fuel gauge over on the left hand side. And we've got our tacho and hour clock on the right. So you see we're currently showing 102.3 hours in the clock. So super low hours. The boat has done very little indeed. Steering compass up forward. And we have some switch gear down here for navigation lights, bilge pump, port and starboard windscreen wipers, which are all working, and your 12-volt power socket. So everything in this boat is totally working. As I said, we're going to also sell it with a warranty. So time of year makes it a bit trickier than normal for us to get sea trial videos done. And because the demand is quite strong, we're always sort of keen to try and get things advertised pretty quickly. So we're going to go ahead and advertise the boat with this video, and then as soon as we get a chance over the next couple of weeks, we will put it in the water and do a sea trial video as well to show how it performs. But I'm expecting it to do about 25 or 30 knots with the maximum 115 horsepower engine. Cruising speed's probably going to be around about 18 to 20 knots. As I said, it's not a speed machine, but plenty of power. It should get up on plane quickly, even with a full load of people on board. And it's going to be a very economical boat to run. And yeah, that Yamaha engine, I expect it to be super smooth, nice and reliable, very quiet, very refined power package. So stay tuned if you are interested in the boat, and we'll try and get a sea trial video on as soon as humanly possible. Coming forward from the helm station then, we have this little seat, the forward dinette seat. As I said, it's facing sort of the aft end of the boat, but a nice wee upholstered backrest. All the cushions and everything in this boat are in great nick. Again, they've hardly been used. Little sort of tray area here forward for phones and keys and wallets and stuff. And all molded non-skid underneath the table. Whenever that table's dropped down as a bed, you've got storage underneath there. And then if we pull these seat cushions out of the way, you've also got another storage bin in here. So just a big storage locker in there. You swallow up all sorts of gear, so quite a good bit of storage throughout. Curtains and everything are in great condition. Got this little overhead light back here. Again, all these curtains all look the part as well. We do have all the wee clips for clipping them closed. Not all of them are on now at the minute actually, but all the little wraps are here. I'll show you them. They're in the front cabin, so you can clip the curtains closed. And then just before we move, take a look at the forward cabin. I'll show you underneath the floor here. You've got storage underneath the floor, which is easy to access. Just lift those panels up, and you've got room in the bilge for putting in fenders or dock lines or safety equipment or whatever. And it's the same under this one here. Nice big storage locker onto the floor. And it's all nice and clean and tidy in there as well. Okay, then moving forward from the helm station, we've got a little forward V-berth area. So there's one wee step down and into the fore cabin. So there's a pile of room in here. Loads of sitting headroom as well. Actually, while we're in here, I should have showed you this VHF radio when we were looking at the helm. So that's a Navicom DSC VHF radio. Cancel that. There we go. So there you go. all working perfectly. We saw the antenna on the roof as well. Okay, so that's your stereo. In here we have another little overhead light. We've got this open and deck hatch to give you a bit of natural light and ventilation. And then during the day, this is additional seating space for probably for kids and things, although I do have full sitting headroom in here, no problem on both sides. But it's more than likely going to be used as storage space during the day and then a berth at night time. So we have this filler cushion here. This filler piece goes in here. There's actually two filler cushions. There's two pieces, this wooden base and that wooden base. They go in here. And then we've got that filler cushion here. And we've also, the little cushion I'm using as a backrest up there, that's actually a filler cushion for down here as well. So you put those two filler cushions in here and you've got a full berth, and it's pretty much the full beam of the boat. So you should have at least sort of probably 6.5, 7 foot. This would be the biggest berth down here actually. So you'd probably put the kids out here and the adults would sleep down here. We've got storage shelves on the sides. We have a nice little storage pocket in here. We've got a bit of rod storage there, so see these little cutouts and the matching cutouts back there, so you can slide rods down the full length of the hull there. More storage down in there also. And there is a chemical toilet. There's a brand new chemical toilet for this boat. I think it stores there's one of these lockers that is designed to take that. Can't remember now which one, but could be one of these ones under the seat. But anyway, we have a brand new chemical toilet in the box, never been used, going with the boat. So pile of storage in there. Again, all the cushions are all in immaculate condition. They're all nice and clean and tidy and dry. Big bit of storage in that one. And if we slide this out of the way, we've also got storage under here. Apologies, this video is probably a bit rubbish at this point, but hopefully you're sticking with me. So there you go. All the woodwork in here is in perfect condition. There's no leaks or anything, no evidence of any water stains or water tracks. One of the benefits of these Beneteaus is that everything's all sort of, yes, you do have a bit of woodwork for sure, and you've some nice soft furnishings, but it's all sort of fairly easy to keep clean. There's nothing really to go off. All the headlining is just, you know, sort of finished fiberglass or finished plastic, so you can just wipe it clean. You know, if you don't manage to get a chance to get down to the boat for a few weeks, you don't have to worry about everything going moldy on you and stuff, you know, so they are a very low maintenance boat. So nice, lovely fore cabin area here, and good accommodation if you are looking to spend the odd night on board. And with the addition of that little porta potty, you can easily go away for full days on the water or even the odd overnight stay. We do have the rest of our curtains stored in there, and we've got all the little tie wraps for the curtains up here, so you can wrap all the curtains up nice and neat and tidy whenever they're open. So there you go, that's the fore cabin. So that's about the height of it. That's the Beneteau Antares 6.80. As I said, this is a 2012 boat. The Yamaha 115 horsepower outboard. There's only 102 hours on it, being sold with a warranty to start in spring 2022. And it's a very nice example. Very lightly used. Nice spec on it with the big Yamaha engine, the fridge, the Lowrance chart plotter, all the filler cushions and curtains and all that sort of stuff. And I think they make an absolutely fabulous family boat. I think they're a brilliant step up from a bowrider or a sports cuddy. If you're looking to sort of sample the cruising lifestyle, if you want a boat that's low maintenance, easy to run, easy to maintain, you know, you're sort of fed up with covers and fighting with button poppers and all that sort of stuff, a boat like this is brilliant because you literally just slide the door, turn the key, step off it and go. And whenever you come back down again, it's simply just slide the door open, turn the key in the engine, and away you go for a day's fun. They're very easy to use, and because you've got the protection of the wheelhouse, they're ideally suited to this part of the world. So if you're interested in the boat, if you want to come and see it, if you have any questions about it, or if you want to arrange a sea trial or a survey, please do not hesitate to get in touch. The best way to do that is by giving me a call on the number at the top of our webpage, or you can send me an email to sales@gulfstreamshop.com, or you can follow the callback request form on this page of our website, and I will contact you at a time that's convenient. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it useful.